Remember that serial tree killer in St. Paul I talked about earlier this week? Well, we wanted to get a little further into that story. Here's Ian.
On a day as nice as this,
this is what we need, is the shade and this beauty.
not much beats the shade of a tree.
No one wants to be out in the glaring sun for long right now.
Which leaves Michael John Peace, president of the St. Paul Parks Conservancy, so confused right now after someone keeps taking that shade from others.
And it's so frustrating because so many people want beauty and trees, and it's mystifying as to why these trees can't be here.
Once again, someone has damaged trees in St. Paul, this time along Lower Landing Park. If that sounds familiar, you're right.
My first question would be, tell me your story about why this is how you want to interact with these trees in this space.
According to the Parks and Rec Department, nearly 60 trees were damaged in 2024. 37 trees were damaged between October and December last year.
It is perplexing to us, and we just couldn't be more disappointed.
Those trees were put in by Tree Trust, a nonprofit that works with kids and plants trees. And earlier this month, 6 trees were damaged at Lower Landing Park, along with 18 others in planting beds. All of these incidents over the past 2 years have added up to nearly $100,000 in damages.
There's so many great partners in the space, which is why we want to solve it, because you don't want to have other partners or volunteers or donors come in and replace these trees to have the same thing happen again.
St. Paul police are investigating, but to help get information, the community and conservancy did something unprecedented.
The reward is $5,000. It really came from what the community wanted. They were frustrated and wanted a way to take action. And this was something that we hadn't done before, so it was like, might as well try it.
A persistent, frustrating problem, but one Peace says shouldn't detract from what the parks have to offer.
There's so much joy happening in our parks and public spaces. That, for me, crowds out all of the negative activity like this.
In St. Paul, Ian Russell, KARE 11 News.